The truth is that most people don't know what they want. Most people don't know what they want in life, and that used to include me. There is so much confusion and mayhem in the world that trying to figure out what you want is almost impossible. We never seem to be satisfied with things. Maybe it's because we want material things and we think it will quench our desires. We yearn for those material things to be something that they are not, thinking that it will fill a gap in our lives, but it rarely ever does. The feeling of fulfillment is only but for a fleeting moment, and then the emptiness returns. Why is it so hard to find out what you really want? If you ask most people what they want, the answer normally falls into the following categories. I just want to be happy. I want to be a millionaire, or I want to be rich. Just from the vagueness of the answers, we have to ask what these things really mean to us. What does it mean to be happy? What does it mean to be a millionaire or rich? The answers are so general that they become almost stereotypical societal answers. What it means to be happy or rich means different things to different people. To get to the root of what these wants mean, we have to get more specific for the individual. It's not enough to have generalities of what you want. If you really want to manifest what you want into reality, then you need to be more specific. Define what is happiness for you. What does it feel like? What are you doing? See a vivid picture of what this means to you. The more detail, the better. In terms of becoming rich and a millionaire, what does it mean to be rich? What is the significance of all that money? What will you do with the money? Does it mean that once you have all that money, that all your problems will somehow miraculously disappear? Or is it just a crutch to mask all your underlying fears? Because you have so much money, you can do whatever you want or whatever your heart desires. The majority of things that we want masks the underlying problems that are at the heart of our desires. Most of the time, we are running away from something negative in our lives, or a reminiscent memory in our distant past that we are trying to forget by indulging in our desires, with a hope of wiping out any negative memories or feelings. Think deeply about what you want. We need to think more deeply about the things we really want, and not just cater for every desire or whim, which ultimately turns out to be a transparent and superficial want of our ego. Always examine what you want and see if it really resonates with who you are as a person. What most people want are external things. Most people want external things such as money, under the false belief that once they have it, they'll be internally happy. But external things rarely have any lasting effect, and our tendencies as human beings is to move on to the next shiny new object of our desires. Internal examination. Anything that is lasting and long-term must come from the inside out. What do I mean by this? Is that our happiness and the answers to all our problems lies within and not on any external factors. Although external factors does have an influence on what we want, they merely act as a stimulus to create an internal reaction. Rather than base our wants on a stimulus, we should look inwards to the root of our happiness and anchor our happiness internally. That way, no external stimulus can affect our internal happiness that we feel inside. This is a lot easier said than done, and requires a time of self-reflection and introspection on our part to really discover what makes us tick. For some people, that internal anchor of happiness lays in the belief of God, which gives them hope and internal strength to cope with external events. Synchronizing your wants with your internal being. Once you've identified what it is that really makes you tick, then you need to synchronize what you want with your spiritual self, so that what you want resonates with your internal self. This creates balance within you, because you are moving towards an area of internal peace and tranquility that is outwardly manifested to your external needs and wants. Only then will you be truly happy. Things will start to automatically fall into place because you are coming from an authentic place deep within your soul.